Welcome to the Evolve Beyond Limits podcast. I'm your host, Stacy Geisel. This podcast is dedicated to helping you create a life that sets your soul on fire. I believe that is truly possible for everybody, but you have to be willing to do a few things. You have to be willing to let go of your past conditioning. You have to be willing to break free from societal norms. And you have to be willing to get really curious about your life and how you can start to look at it differently. Each week, we will hear stories from people who have done exactly this. People who chose to disrupt the life path they were on, go against the grain, and share the lessons and perspective shifts they had to make along the way. Every episode is committed to not only inspiring you and connecting you with other amazing humans, but actually giving you the tools you need to use this information in your own life so that you continue to evolve and reconnect with your highest self. Are you ready? Let's have some fun. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Evolve Beyond Limits podcast. I'm your host, Stacy Geisel. And this week, I kind of just want to read you a story. I want to read you a story because I think that it is so eye-opening. And then I'm going to give you an opportunity to really just reflect on your life at the end and what this brought out for you. So here's the story. And a friend of mine shared this with me when I was speaking about your definition of success and how what we deem success in our culture may not be the end all be all. And that's why we have to question it. We have to think about it differently. And so this is the story that he shared with me, and I want to share it with you today. So here we go. An American investment banker was at a pier of a small coastal Mexican village when a small boat with just one fisherman docked. Inside the small boat were several large yellowfin tuna. The American complimented the Mexican on the quality of his fish and asked how long it took to catch them. The Mexican replied, "Only a little while." The American then asked why he didn't stay out longer and catch more fish. The Mexican said he had enough to support his family's immediate needs. The American then asked, "But what did you do with the rest of your time?" The Mexican fisherman said, "I sleep late, fish a little, play with my children, take siestas with my wife, Maria, stroll into the village each evening where I sip wine and play guitar with my amigos. I have a full and busy life." The American scoffed, "I am a Harvard MBA and could help you. You should spend more time fishing and with the proceeds, buy a bigger boat. With the proceeds from your bigger boat, you could buy several boats. Eventually, you would have a fleet of fishing boats. Instead of selling your catch to a middleman, you would sell directly to your processor, eventually opening up your own cannery." I'm assuming that that's a fish thing. "You would control the product processing and distribution. You would need to leave this small coastal fishing village and move to Mexico City, then LA, and eventually New York City, where you would run your expanding enterprise." The Mexican fisherman asked, "But how long will this all take?" To which the American replied, 15 to 20 years. "But then what?" asked the Mexican. The American laughed and said, "That's the best part. When the time is right, you would announce an IPO and sell your company's stock to the public and become very rich. You would make millions." "Millions? Then what?" The American said, "Then you would retire, move to a small coastal fishing village where you would sleep late, fish a little, play with your kids, take siestas with your wife, stroll to the village in the evenings where you could sip wine and play your guitar with your amigos." So I want you just to reflect on what that story brought up for you, because so often we are looking for more. We want more, but if we were just to look around, and what we really want out of life may not be more. We might not need to make millions. We might not need to be seen by everybody in order to be happy. But we think that it's all of these external things and these external accomplishments that are the things that are going to make us happy. And once we finally get there, then we can be happy. But what if we didn't need so much? What if our priorities are just jacked up? What if it's actually not about the money and it's more about the time and it's more about the freedom, which you can get in a lot of different ways, a lot of creativity. So often we miss out on the beauty in the life that we're living because we're always looking for the more. So I just want you to sit with that this week. What did that bring up for you? How does that make you, did it make you think that maybe we're doing this all wrong? And again, I don't ever believe that there's a right or wrong way to do life. But what I do believe is that there's different perspectives. And if I can just give you a slightly different perspective, maybe that will help guide you in a little bit of a different way. Because I know that it's easy to get caught up in the more mentality, especially in our culture. So what I'm asking you to do is not get caught up in the more and get caught up in what matters and see if those two things actually correlate as much as you think they do. All right. Thank you for joining me this week on this week's solo episode. I am beyond grateful each and every week to know that you're out there and listening, and I love to hear your experiences. If you want to connect more, make sure that you get on our texting list. It's 248-206-3431. You'll get journal prompts a few times a week, and we will just connect and make sure that you have all of the information that you need. If you are really ready to take that next transformative step and, get unstuck and feel like you are breaking through those sticking points that have kept you stuck for all too long, then go ahead and make sure that you sign up for the waitlist to get a white light session. These are very, very transformative sessions that will help you see what is almost impossible for you to see yourself. Okay. So, and then you'll also get some action steps on how you can start to move through and create that life that you love, the one that sets your soul on fire, the one that maybe isn't exactly what society would deem success. But I think today taught us something. That's not always what matters. Until next time, I'm sending you so much love and light. Keep evolving.